It's 8 a.m. on a Thursday morning, and I'm standing in a cubicle in the day surgery unit of Hollywood Hospital. And then in comes a rather attractive Irish nurse. It's a funny thing about the day surgery centre in Hollywood Hospital. Nearly all the nurses are Irish, and they're all attractive, which is great. So she said to me, "Good morning, Kenneth. My name is Sinead, and I'm going to be your nurse today. So what I'd like you to do is to take off all your clothes, except for your shoes and socks, and put on this hospital gown. That's a special kind of hospital gown. It's got 3 sleeves, so it's a little bit tricky. But I'll be standing just outside the curtain, so if you're having a problem, just call out and I'll come in and give you a hand." Now, the last thing that I am ever going to do is to ask the lovely Sinead to come in when I'm standing there with nothing on but my shoes and socks and give me a hand. Because there are only 2 possible things that can happen, both of which will be equally embarrassing for me. Because I love Irish accents, particularly on girls. There's something about the lyrical lilt, the way an Irish nurse talks, that really gets me going. Apologies to my wife, who is neither Irish nor a nurse. So I've got this gown which has got 3 sleeves, and I'm trying to put it on so that it fits with the bright bits at the front and the drafty bits at the back. And eventually I get there. Thank goodness I don't need to call Sinead. And then I'm ready for my procedure, which is a cystoscopy. For those of you who don't know what a cystoscopy is, which will be at least half the people in the room, it's kind of like a colonoscopy, but without all the messy preliminaries that you have to go through. And it's from the front and rather the back. But how did I get there? How did I end up having to have this procedure? Well, it's because I've reached that stage of my life when your body starts to tell you that you are no longer the fit, strong, virile person that you always imagined you would be. You suddenly notice that parts of you are beginning to fall off, fall out, or just fall as gravity takes hold. In the meantime, other parts of you that have been quietly doing their own thing, minding their own business, out of sight, suddenly decide to expand, to enlarge, or to go exploring the outside world. Suddenly there is hair growing out of your nose and out of your ears, and you develop plumbing issues. And you learn the golden rule for seniors, which is never pass a toilet, never waste an erection, and never ever trust a fart. Plumbing issues. Suddenly, instead of being able to sleep through the night like a baby, get up in the morning and gush like a geyser with a stream like Niagara Falls, you find that you're waking up every 2 hours, and that stream has become a trickle, just like a dripping tap. Drip, drip, drip. And so you find yourself having a cystoscopy. So the lovely Sinead takes me 127 steps to the operating theatre and pops me on a bed. And there up on the screen, on the wall, is a colour TV screen, and in comes my urologist, Dr. Sid, dressed like an accountant in a smart shirt with a fashionable tie, and says, "Oh, we'll just get a little prick." That's very funny. And then you see this thing coming up onto the screen. It's like a snake or a tadpole. Now, if you've never seen the inside of your body, as most of us haven't, it's not really a pretty sight. It's kind of a pinkish yellow. So this snake starts swimming through. It looks like a little tadpole swimming through vomit. This essentially what it looks like. And it's got a pretty big movement from the Tim. It's only a little distance to travel up through your bladder and into your prostate. But out of the corner of your eye, you see Sid doing this while it's going up there. It's rather uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, you recover. And then you get led back by the lovely Sinead to the changing rooms, except you now have about a litre of fluid in your bladder, and you are praying that you will get to the toilet on time and it won't be occupied. Well, it did, and it wasn't, so that's okay. But when I hear all these other speakers talking about getting old, I have to agree, getting old sucks.